basically, I'm reacting to this video that I saw on TikTok. I try not to watch the whole of it because it was crazy. It's a video about this American talking about navigating his boyfriend's pretty privilege. So yeah, let's see how this goes because it sounds like a mess.
With my boyfriend is his pretty privilege. Like whenever he's introduced, someone will be like, oh, this is his name, isn't he gorgeous? And then they'll be like, oh, and this is Nathan, he's a TV film writer. And I'm like very confident and comfortable with myself, but it is just something that I've realized I've had to navigate. Like we were on Fire Island, like at Pavilion, which is like this club. And this guy like lit up when he saw my boyfriend and like beeline and started talking to him, which is like great, all good. And he like asked for his Instagram and then like was really dancing on him and everything. And then I like introduced myself. I was like, hey, how's it going? It's so nice to meet you. Like, how are you enjoying your trip? And after I like small talked with him, I was like, oh, like, should we exchange Instagrams? And he's like, oh, your boyfriend has my Instagram now. And usually I would chalk it up to just like, oh, this is just this guy. But this happened like 4 or 5 times on the trip. And like a couple of the guys like then proceeded to, like message.
Okay, hold on. So there's already something wrong with this video. Why did it get to that point? Like I don't get why it was allowed to get to that point. Maybe I'm prejudging, but why is there so much information? Why didn't you step in the moment the boyfriend and you get what I'm saying? The boyfriend and the friend was talking, exchanging Instagram.
So I'm editing the video now and I'm having more thoughts, so I'm just gonna insert them here. Why were you watching the boyfriend do this for so long? This boyfriend time is definitely being used very loosely.
Maybe it's like a cultural difference or just something, but over here that would never run. Like in England, that wouldn't run. Only really because we're really protective, and it's like in the dating scene in England we don't even really date like that. So like when we do, we're protective over ours, you know what I mean? So that's already something that doesn't sit well with me. The gay world is already hard as it is, so why are you even subjecting yourself to this?
Equally, like connect to both of them, and then like if you wanna, like chat, like make a little group chat, be like, oh, like we're going to the beach, let's go to the beach. Oh, we're gonna grab a drink here, we should all grab a drink. Like we had run into like a West Coast Asian couple, and immediately they had like made a group chat with us, with all 4 of us, so we could all talk and connect like equally. Because like if you want to hook up with my boyfriend and just my boyfriend, that's completely fine.
What
but,
the?
I'm not.
So this is the issue with like community. What do you mean if you want to hook up with my boyfriend? That's completely fine. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I feel like there's no sort of exclusivity, no sort of this is mine, you can't touch. That is absolutely disgusting, and it's not something like, oh my god. Like you wouldn't ever get that in a straight relationship. So why is it allowed to run in like a gay relationship? You know what I mean? Like it's a bit. Do you not think that's a little bit weird? I mean, standards to each their own. If you don't have them sort of standards, whatever in it. But like this is like part of the problem. This is why we don't date. This is why people are gonna end up alone. This is why people are already miserable. This is why hookup culture is like already a thing, because like if you're even in a relationship and you're potentially allowing your partner to hook up with others, like what's the point of the relationship? Like I know love goes a long way, but in that way, I don't think so.
Kind of like compounded it even was like, I could see that some of these guys were like reticent. They were kind of like, oh, okay, fine, I'll just like follow the boyfriend kind of thing. This could even just be like Fire Island type of guys, But what was even worse was when they like would then follow me and then they would see like, oh, I have this many followers on Instagram. And then like their tone would completely switch.
Okay, so I've done a little bit of research on this Fire Island place, and it just seems like a huge LGBT party island. So of course you're gonna get like the influencers, the gay celebrities, and all the gay people with like, I guess, the clout. People that's there for a good time. So with that being said, I feel like those people tend to see others as a sort of currency, whether it be, oh, I can gain some clout off of this guy if I become his friend and we do some collabs together or something. Or, oh, let's have some fun. You know what I mean? You clearly were the person that they thought they could get clout off of. Because you said it yourself, they changed their attitude towards you. And your boyfriend, he's the attractive one. So he is the one that they could get their fun off of, you know?
Anyway, I've just been like thinking about that a lot and like letting it go, because ultimately like I don't want to be like friends with those kinds of people anyways. But it was and is strange, and is something that I'm going to like have to probably continually have to move through. Oh, so I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. I do have quite a lot of thoughts on this. One of the biggest strengths that we have, like, as gay people, is the fact that we're literally free. We're free. We are very expressive, expressionate. We only live once, all of that sort of stuff. We hold that to our hearts. And that is also our biggest problem. Like, with that being said, I feel like respect isn't really a big thing. Because with the way with the way this guy is explaining, it just seems like he is the boyfriend's accessory. Like, I have to call a spade a spade. Like, it sounds like you are the accessory for the boyfriend when it's convenient. It sounds awful, but that's what I'm getting. The reason why I say that is because he shouldn't have had to go over and introduce himself. The boyfriend should have been like, oh, boyfriend, come here. Like, this is this is that, this is that. Done. Like, the impression the boyfriend was giving off kind of makes it seem like you're only there for convenience. Or when he likes. Because what do you mean he's dancing on someone? What do you mean someone's dancing on him? It's not a good look. And don't get me wrong, I know you're on a party island, like you're there to party. But even still, there's a level of respect that you guys have to have for each other, and a level of understanding that you guys have to have for each other to have that boyfriend title. And I feel like that boyfriend title is being used very loosely, very loosely. So it's like what are the conditions to your relationship? And even then, the guy was talking about someone actually hooking up with a boyfriend. Like, that's a part of the problem in the gay community. Like, what do you mean hook up? What do you mean? That's my partner. Why are you hooking up with my partner? It could be a black thing. It could be a people of color thing. I don't know. But me, that's my boyfriend. He's off limits. In the queer POC scene in London, there's like 3 things that you would kind of expect when you kind of go out. 1, if you see a couple, you know they're a couple. They are on each other like Patty and Bench. Like, there's no messing. They don't mess about each other. They don't, and you will see it in the way that they navigate, like the club, or like an event. You will see it. You will see it. The third thing is, we are sadly very, very cliquey, like very cliquey. So you will know who's together, who's in what group and whatnot. You'll know. With this Fire Island place, with this party island place, it does seem like you'll never see these people again. I've never been to a party island, so I don't really know how it goes, but I guess that's where the element of respect is kind of gone out the window. So there is definitely a cultural difference there's definitely a cultural difference between what I'm used to as a queer person and what this guy's used to as a queer person, but what he's saying does not seem healthy. And I hope he gets some sort of... I hope he's fine in his relationship. I can't judge the relationship itself. I can only judge what I hear, and what I hear is a whole mess. But tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.